Rajon Rondo, man. If basketball had an Einstein, it will be Rondo. And if math had a Rondo, it will be Einstein. Same person, different fields if you ask me. That's just how much of a basketball genius Franklin is. The way he approached the game is nothing like your average NBA player in any era. Because not only was he one of the last true point guards, but on top of that, instead of looking at the game as player against player or, team against team, he's someone who looked at it as himself against the other team's coach. With, of course, the exception of other on-court coaches like LeBron, Kobe, Chris Paul. This type of basketball expertise allowed him to see what others just simply couldn't. You feel me? I guess you can call it a skill issue. Add that to his intensity and level of film, Rondo was bound to succeed at the point guard position. Veteran skills like reading and manipulating the floor was already second nature to him early in his career. If they do this, we gonna do that. If he goes there, couldn't do 2 front flips into a cartwheel. Shit like that. But of course, intensity and IQ are never a good match. That's like giving a bear common sense. Buddy, it's still a bear. It'll probably just start rubbing niggas down in honey before it goes to town on them. And this made Rondo's biggest strength his IQ. Sometimes his biggest weakness, if you know what I'm talking about. And while we're on the topic of strengths and weaknesses, this mighty midget standing at 6'1" was a horse on the rebound. Like, do y'all see this stat line? Bro, I had to refresh my browser because I couldn't believe my eyes when I first saw this. And it wasn't even a one-time thing either. This is kind of regular. On top of that, he was also a Hall of Fame menace on defense. He put them long ass arms and huge hands to use. Not for real though. He's kind of built like that one dude from Monsters Inc. if you squint your eyes a little bit. The downside to being built like that though is that it was kind of awkward shooting the ball sometimes. Complete opposite of Desmond Baneosaurus. But that never stopped Rondo from taking control. Hell no. Sure, he might have been a stinky shooter, but he was never a bend my back hurt Simmons type of shooter. It was never a confidence issue. My bad for the bad grammar, guys. I'm never afraid to correct myself. As for I am a distinguished, honorable ass nigga. Anywho, let's take a look at his Kentucky days where he ran down the court and hit a game-winning shot against South Carolina.
Still has it. Rondo shoots a three.
Splash. Or when the ball just happened to come into his hand when he was on the Lakers.
Here's Rondo. He scored!
He never faltered. You feel me? He's always on go. Before we start going through his NBA career real quick, when I was watching Rondo's high school mixtape, I noticed something apart from the Dookie film quality. It's how this dude used to spam the hell out the fake pass. I really thought this was something he pulled deep out the bag to throw off defenders. But in high school, he was just spamming it for no apparent reason. Like, there's no one next to you, bro. Who you faking out? You feel me? I don't know why, but that was just funny to me, man. Time to get serious. Rondo was drafted 21st by the Phoenix Suns, then traded to the Celtics for a bag of chips and some apples. And to keep it sweet and simple, the 2006-7 Celtics were pure. You feel me? And when I say dookie, bro, I mean I just took a 50-pound multicolored shit in a gas station bathroom type of dookie. All they really had was Paul Pierce, some notable role players, and a bunch of young dudes. Matter of fact, they were the youngest team in the league at the time. They ended up finishing a whop 24-58. Goddamn. And at the time, Rondo didn't see his career going far with this team. I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. He made a phone call to his agent and told him, and I quote, "Get me the f out of here." But boy, oh boy, was he happy he didn't. Because the NBA script artist had something in store for the Celtics, My man Danny Ainge somehow, someway, I don't know how he did it, turned a box of Little Caesars pizza into a 5-star Michelin grade meal. God, bro, clap it up for Danny, man. Pulled off the trade of the century. Might be the best trade in the NBA history. It might go down as the best trade in NBA history. And fun fact, Rondo was actually supposed to be a part of that trade, but Garnett wanted the African kid from Louisville, Kentucky to stay because he liked his play style. Now that Garnett and Allen joined the squad, this team done went from shit to oh shit and had the best turnaround in NBA history, finishing with a whopping 66-16 record. That's top of the league if you didn't know. And even though this was obviously because of the new big three, a young developing Rondo played an important role. Not a big role, an important role, believe it or not. Him being a floor general made the team come together that much easier. And after taking damn near every team to 7 games in the playoffs and winning the NBA championship, they solidified themselves as the best one-year dynasty to ever grace the face of the league. Hashtag never forget. Cause some of these dudes, they'll actually never let you forget. One of Rondo's better performances that year was arguably in the most important game. In Game 6 against MVP Kobe, to win the championship, we got a glimpse of playoff Rondo. He had 21 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and 6 6 steals in a blowout win to win the championship. Let's put on full display that young Franklin was here to stay. Yes, I know that rhyme. I wrote it down. 2009 to 2012. This is Rondo's prime. This is when he became a 4-time All-Star, 4-time All-Defensive Team player, 3rd-team All-NBA, led the NBA in steals, led the NBA in assists, and at one point, his jersey was the 3rd most sold in the league behind Kobe and LeBron. Kobe and LeBron. I'm telling you, the man was on some bad timing during those 4 years. And you know who else was also on some bad timing during those 4 years? Chris Paul. This might have actually been the time period this legendary beef might have started. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. You might know. On the fateful day of November 1st, 2009, where the Celtics went against the Hornets, Rondo and CP3 clashed during the game and picked up some texts. And when the game was over, the tension rose so high that they had to be separated. Sources say this is because Rondo told CP3, and I quote, "I've got a ring and you're never gonna win one." Rondo's a genius, but I never took the nigga as a psychic. You feel me? I just know he was jumping in excitement when the Suns lost the finals. You know, anyways, enough with the CP0 rings talk. Back to the main story. The 2008-09 season was his true breakthrough. When the Celtics went on an 18-game winning streak, my boy Franklin was dropping double-doubles like it was nothing. Recorded over 10 assists 28 times. But when I said breakthrough, I never meant the regular season. You see, there's a quote a wise donkey once said, there's 82 game players, then there's 16 game players. You can sort of guess which one Rondo was, my guy. In the first round of the 2009 playoffs, Garnett got injured and they ended up going 7 games against the Chicago Bulls and a young D Rose. In that series, a 23-year-old Rondo averaged 19 points, 11 assists, 9 rebounds, and 2.7 steals. You see, this, my nigga, this is when playoff Rondo truly crawled out the NBA's Garfield. Meow. Let's skip over to the 2010 playoffs, and instead of talking about the finals against the Lakers, let's talk about what Rondo did against MVP Bron and his background dancers. Why? Because everything can and should be made about LeBron, so I'm gonna make this about LeBron, because I can. And by this point, the Celtics didn't have a big three anymore. No. It was the Fab Four, Rondo playing a huge role. Garnett was getting older, Paul Pierce played like Duke in this series, and Ray Allen, he played like Allen Ray. But Rondo, he was ballin', shot calling. That damn turtle was determined to win by any means necessary. And if anything, Paul Pierce did not make LeBron leave Cleveland. Please stop saying that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people say that. It was Rondo, KG, and the Celtics, if anything. You know, if anything, it was them. You know, because Paul Pierce, bro, your time was done. Enter the 2012 playoffs. This is when playoff Rondo came into full effect. He had 10 or more assists in 16 out of the 19 games, averaged 17.3 points, 6.7 rebounds, 12 assists, and 2.4 steals. And in game 2 against the Miami Heat, Rondo did the unthinkable. Rondo, you have to do that, bro. He dropped a damn near 44-point triple-double. Hands up, pure cinema if you ask me. That game was so beautiful, I almost took off my pants, but I didn't. They sadly ended up losing that game and that series, despite both Rondo and KG playing their hearts out. What's even more sad though is that in the following season, he suffered an ACL tear. January 25th, 2013 against the Atlanta Hawks. Only 43 games into the season. Tragic, man. You never want to see it happen to anybody, you know. But before that ACL tear, he was on a tear, you know. He had 24 straight games with 10 or more assists. 220 assist games. 220 assist games. 5 triple doubles. Was a starter in the All-Star game and averaged a double-double. He was in his true prime, bro. He was going to steal it. They had to nerf him, man. They had to nerf him so the NBA could abandon the true point guard role and let Steph Curry change the narrative. Oh, Mr. Silver, you a smart man. I'll give that to you. But you're not smart enough because I found out your plots, buddy. By the 2013-14 season, the Big Three, including Doc Rivers himself, had all left, so the Celtics were struggling badly. You know, you think Doc Rivers left, they'd be doing better, but no. Danny Ainge, being Danny Ainge, trades Rondo to Dallas in December of 2014. And this, my friends, where all hell broke loose. Him and Rick Carlisle were like 2 horny lions put in the same peck. Nothing good coming out of it. Apparently, Rondo quit on them, quote unquote quits. And, you know, they make up a fake back injury and denied him his playoff bonus. He then went to the Kings on a 1-year, $10 million deal and had a spectacular season, proving he was never the problem. He might have had a little attitude, but maybe not a little, but that's not the point here. He set the record of assists at 22 in a game and set it at 839 in a single season. Veteran Rondo also led the league in assists that year as well. Him and Boogie were something like Stockton and Karl Malone. Except, you know, for the fact the Kings were absolute. He then went to the Bulls, got pushed to the side, you know. Then the Pelicans, where he had a good season and got reunited with Boogie. And I'm not gonna lie, this team kind of looks scary, you know. They could have done something, but they didn't. Let's focus on 2018 to 2020, when LeBron was in effect. Two great minds, one beautiful trophy. Rondo became the second player to win a chip with the Celtics and the Lakers behind Clyde Loveletter. He's from the Minneapolis Lakers. I don't even count that, bro. Rondo's the first one, really. Anyways, Rondo was one of the last true point guards and is a future Hall of Famer. Some say he played chess while others played Connect 4. And while he played Connect 4, others lost because he was really good at Connect 4. Fun fact, you know, he was a demon at Connect 4.
That's my favorite point guard.
Rajon Rondo.
Chris Paul, man. What's up, man?
Rajon Rondo. Chris Paul.